Chapter 11. The Family Tree. The family tree section of the FIS is extremely important for the ACA. People who grow up in alcoholic families generally have a distorted sense of what their family was like and have little information about their family history. Developing a family tree can bring a sense of clarity and order into what is generally a diffused and muddled memory. The family tree gives an overview of the family. It is simple to do and easy to read. When done correctly, it allows the person to see his or her whole family structure on one sheet of paper. The person can see the relationships between generations, and sometimes, for the first time, is able to trace the disease of alcoholism through his or her family history. Time and again at workshops with people who are from alcoholic families and with individual clients who are adult children from alcoholic families, I have heard the following comments. I never realized how many alcoholics I have in my family. I'm amazed how much I don't know about my family history. Seeing my family tree really highlights how alcoholism has been passed down from generation to generation. When developing the family tree, use your family of origin rather than the nuclear family in which you may currently be living. The first step is to have a chart that you can use to diagram your family history. Use the following chart entitled The Family Tree as a Guide and copy it onto a larger piece of paper. Be sure to copy the chart correctly, numbers and all. This will make the instructions for filling it out easy to follow. The horizontal lines have been numbered. As we proceed with the instruction, the line that we will be working on will be identified by the corresponding number. When you are putting names on the numbered lines, use the first name, middle initial, and last name. When entering women's names on the chart, use their maiden names. This makes it much easier to trace bloodlines and lineage. Line 1. Place your own name on this line. Directly below your name in the blank unlined space, list the name of your brothers and sisters. Line 2. Place your father's name on this line. Remember to use his first name, middle initial, and last name. Directly below his name, in the blank space, list his brothers and sisters, that is, your uncles and aunts on your father's side. Line 3. Place your mother's name on this line. Remember to always use the maiden name for females. Directly below your mother's name, in the blank space, list her brothers and sisters. That would be your uncles and aunts on your mother's side. Line 4. Place your father's name, your paternal grandfather, on this line. In the spaces below, list your grandfather's brothers and sisters. Line 5. Place your father's mother's name, your paternal grandmother, on this line. In the space below her name, list your grandmother's brothers and sisters. Line 6. Place your mother's father's name, your maternal grandfather, on this line. List your maternal grandfather's brothers and sisters below his name. Line 7. Place your mother's name, your maternal grandmother, on this line. List her brothers and sisters below her name. Lines 8 and 9. Place the names of your paternal grandfather's fathers, line 8, and your paternal grandfather's mother, line 9. List brothers and sisters under the appropriate names. Lines 10 and 11. Place the names of your paternal grandfather's father, line 10, and your paternal grandmother's mother, line 11. List brothers and sisters under the appropriate name. Lines 12 and 13. Place the names of your maternal grandfather's father, line 12, and your maternal grandfather's mother, line 13. List brothers and sisters under the appropriate names. Lines 14 and 15. Place the names of your maternal grandmother's father, line 14, and your maternal grandmother's mother, line 15. List brothers and sisters under appropriate name. Do not be discouraged if there are places on your family tree that you cannot fill in. Most of us become a little hazy when we try to remember the names of our grandparents and great-grandparents. The names of their brothers and sisters are beyond most of us. It is important, however, to try to get the information that will fill in the blanks of the tree. The family tree can give us an overview of our families and a sense that we belong to a family system. After the family tree has been completed, review it. Look at all the names that you have filled in, and try to get a sense that each of these names represents a person who was vital to your history. Remembering stories that you may have heard about different members will give you a feel for the richness of your family. At this point, place an A next to the name of any person on your chart who either is or was an alcoholic, or who may have had a drinking problem. It is important to remember that in family oral histories, Great Uncle Joe will be remembered as drinking a bit too much, rather than an alcoholic. Next, place a C next to any family member who may have had cancer. Coding the names in the above manner can be very enlightening. Most people who do this exercise are amazed to see, graphically displayed, that alcoholism is indeed a disease that runs in families. Although many people know this intellectually, they don't feel it emotionally until they see it in black and white, written on their family tree. I ask people to put a C next to those family members who have had or have died from cancer, because cancer seems to be the disease of the codependent. I have worked with many people from alcoholic families who, when they do their family tree, find that many of their family members have either died of alcoholism or of cancer. Feel free to make up your own code for any other diseases that you may wish to track through your family. An example could be CD for chemical dependency, or D for diabetes. Keep in mind, however, that it is the simplicity of the family tree chart that makes it effective. Try not to clutter it up too much. You may wish to make several charts and track several different items through the family history, e.g., sexual abuse or physical abuse. The family tree is an important section of the FIS. It is from this section that we will select the people who will make up the family members section. As the system is developed, you will be able to refer to this chart again and again to get important and pertinent information. The person who grows up in an alcoholic family loses much of the memory of his or her childhood, along with a sense of belonging to a larger family system. Developing the family tree can be the first step in the process of filling in the memory loss and becoming emotionally reintegrated into the larger system. With the awareness of his or her roots, the ACA can use the foundations of the past to make changes in the present so the future will be healthier and fuller. When you have completed as much of the family tree as you are able, proceed to the family tree questions. This is a 6-question information sheet that will assist you in identifying how you felt about doing your family tree. The Family Tree Question Sheet. After completing the family tree, ask yourself the following questions and write down the answers on a blank page. Then insert it into the family tree section, remembering to date the entry. Here they are. Number 1. What did I learn from this? Number 2. What did I relearn from this? Number 3. Was I surprised about anything? Number 4. How did I feel about filling out this sheet? Number 5. What meaning did this have for me? Number 6. Other comments and reflections.